Hey, what's your problem? You have business problems? We have business solutions.
Occasionally, not guaranteed.
Well, maybe.
Yeah.
Life is a fight.
It is.
In business, every day is a fight.
It totally is.
So, hey, what's your problem?
Yes, thank you, John David Wells with the Wells Report. Check him out on Facebook, facebook.com/The Wells Report, I believe. Great guy to listen to, somewhat political every now and then, but you know, that's kind of what he does. This is the What's Your Problem podcast, where we talk to Middle Tennessee business owners and professionals about that one thing that keeps them up at night. Their problem. It's always something. That is the derivation, the origination, the inception, the genesis of the idea behind this podcast, that it's always something. This is a video and audio podcast. Go to whatsyourproblempodcast.com to follow along. Let us know how we're doing if you think I suck. If you like it, give us a like and a review, whether it's a 1-star or a 5-star. I just review it. If you hate me, let me know. I've got thick skin. It's okay. I am your host, Jim McCarthy, with JimMcCarthyVoiceovers.com, and today we have Miss Kathey Grodi from the Lions Club here in town, Franklin Lions Club, correct?
Well, what I'm talking today about, I work for iServe Residential Lending.
Okay, so iServe Residential Lending, and you do a lot of good work with the Lions Club,
yes,
right?
Yes, I do.
Well, there we go. So we're going to get into it. We got something that we kind of get the juices going, and we'll get into your background and everything that you kind of got into getting up to now with what you've been doing. But first, we're going to do the random 5, which is 5 completely random questions. And, take your time to think about them. Have fun with them. We actually had this one yesterday. It's not so random. I had a recording with Mr. Donovan Manley. And this question came up, so I'll refresh and get another random question. So here we go. If you were held at gunpoint and told that if you didn't impress them with your dance moves, you would be killed, what dance moves would you bust out?
The twist.
Nice.
Chubby checker. Mm-hmm.
You know that right off the top of your head. Mm-hmm. That's good. Mm-hmm. All right, so here we go. Another one. Number 2. What's the strangest place you've... Completely random.
Okay, sure. Mm-hmm.
What's the strangest place you've urinated or defecated?
Strangest, huh? Inside a cuddy cabin of a boat.
Oh, well, yeah, I could see that. Well, at least had a
with
toilet.
No bathroom. It didn't have a bathroom.
Oh, okay. You just had to do your thing.
I used my cup. A cup.
There you go. Number 3. What's the weirdest smell you have ever smelled?
Weirdest smell I've ever smelled. Something dead, probably.
Something dead, yeah. I can see that. All right, so we have, let's see. Number 4. How do you feel about putting pineapple on pizza?
I love it.
It's good, right?
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Some people, you tell them you do that, and it's like, you're threatening their parents, or you're threatening their kids or something. And I think this is the final question. I was in radio. I'm not very good at math. What 2 totally normal things become really weird if you do them back to back? That's a good one.
Well, I'm a blank on that.
You blank on that one?
Yeah.
Maybe riding a bike and eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? Riding a bike and juggling. Riding a bike and urinating. Maybe that's it. Maybe try that. But there you go. The Random 5 brought to you by Culleoka Company. Check those guys out. One of the most premier cleaners that is probiotic based. And which means that it doesn't, it's all natural, really good for you. So check those guys out. Links in the description and pick up some product for them. They're really good company. So here we go. Kathey Grodi, tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you get to where you are today? Where'd you start?
Well, I started in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I worked at a bank. I was about 18 years old, and in walked in a person that worked for the IRS. And I was enthralled about it. And I said, how many hours of college do you have to work for them? And she said 9 hours. And that began my career to get an associate's degree and then a bachelor's degree and become a CPA. And I never worked for the IRS, but I enjoyed helping taxpayers, not pay too much tax. So I became a CPA.
Not exactly something that people desire to do.
I love tax. I would do tax on Saturday night at 7:00.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I love finding new tax codes and finding new loopholes.
If I told you at one point in my life that I was going to be a CPA, would you believe me?
Most people know. I would say no.
Yeah. I was on that trajectory. But no, didn't work out.
But one of the things I wish I had done is worked for a CPA in OJT kind of thing, because I would have probably went straight to reverse mortgage. I would have probably, because I can help more people than I can with tax.
Now, I've had an experience with reverse mortgage back when my father died. My mom, it was kind of that time, 08 hadn't happened yet. It was 06, but it was kind of it was getting to be a tough market at that point. So when that happened, it was interesting because that's when the concept of a reverse mortgage came into my purview. So explain it to me. How does it work?
Okay, so if you think about a home equity loan, that's what a reverse mortgage is for a senior.
Okay.
Without a monthly payment. It's an FHA in the state of Tennessee. It's an FHA loan that they just get. They can either get monthly money or a lump sum or a combination of both, and it's their home equity, and there's no monthly payment.
Okay. And at the end of it, if they decide to leave the house, they just
pay their home equity off, like if they got a home equity loan from a bank.
Okay. Okay. So that's a lot of what you're doing. Interesting. You're also a fellow BNIer. You're in BNI.
I am.
But you're in the nonprofit seat with the Lions Club. I mean, when did the Lions Club come about?
Oh, about 6 or 7 years ago, I met Ryan Reed and, got into I visited the BNI, the same group that I'm in now. Yeah. And then he's also in Lions Club. And so I visited that, and that was a better fit for me at the time.
Interesting. So, I mean, you've been doing that for quite some time as well, 7 years. And is it something that, where did the passion for it come from? Because it's kind of a passion thing to do a nonprofit, right?
Yes, it is. And I sent a video out yesterday about how we helped the Lions all over across America, helped with the tornado victims in Kentucky. And it's just astounding how much gets done. But even in Williamson County, we have helped one person with a seeing eye dog that was out of our chapter. So his life has completely changed. And
Can we say his name? That was
Jeff Skeen.
Yeah, Jeff. Yeah, I don't know if it violates HIPAA or anything like that. So,
but we can just help local people. And that's what I really love about the Lions Club.
What's really cool about it is that with Jeff, when he was a part of the chapter, he would show up with Betty, who's the dog, and my gosh, she was adorable.
Right.
I mean, and it's funny because you wanted to pet her,
right?
But with the harness and the apparatus that they wear, you're not supposed to,
right?
So she just, I think, longed for the moment when that all came off and people were able to love on her.
Because when the harness is on, she's working.
Yeah,
and that's why you don't want to.
Right. Right. It's not fun.
Her.
Not fun time.
Right.
Yeah. But we used to go to his office and get a massages. My wife would go.
Oh, wonderful.
And Betty would come out and hang out with you.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Cool.
So with the reverse mortgages, you got into that from the accounting portion of your life when you did all that.
I did.
And how did that all come about? I mean, why
30 years ago, I was had a CPA practice, and I stumbled across a lady that owned her own mortgage company and said, well, come and talk to me about this. And it just, I did mortgages for 10 years without doing reverse. And then my father needed a reverse.
Right.
21 years ago. So,
it's typically for people that are in positions like what?
Well, it can, I've really helped over 21 years. I've helped a lot of different people, but mostly it's people living on a fixed income that just have charged their credit cards up, or their medication has went through the roof. Dad, and that was my dad's case. It was $2,000 a month 11 years ago.
Right.
So you can imagine how much it would be now.
Oh my goodness.
And it's just, you don't budget for that. There's no way to budget your retirement for what illness you're going to have. I also have helped a lady in Franklin that had stage 4 cancer, and she was living on $775 a month Social Security. So
oh my goodness.
She had no options of going to MD Anderson in Houston to go anywhere else and get any other treatments. and she got a reverse, and it just opened up all of her options to live longer.
Well, just to make life more palatable, much easier. So they don't really have to pay. That mortgage component of their budget goes away.
Right. Well, in her case, she owned her house.
Right.
So this was, she qualified for like $300,000 to
of a HELOC in a way
to get her medications and to live a better life and to seek other treatments, not just what your insurance would pay, what Medicare pays.
Are a lot of people familiar with the reverse mortgage concept at all, do you think? Or
I think it's coming along now that we've got Tom Selleck on TV ads. I think it's coming along. I think people are investigating it. I think they're understanding it's a home equity loan. It's not and it's an FHA loan. So,
There's a loan product I found very captivating. One of the podcasts I produce is with Carrie Ann Sear, and it's the all-in-one mortgage. I thought that was fascinating because you operate out of the equity of your home. All of your life rolls into the mortgage of your home. You pay your bills off of it.
Now, is she with CMG?
Yeah, CMG.
I looked at that accelerator loan. I used to be signed up. I own my own mortgage company, and I used to be signed up with CMG, and I love that. I just don't know that I'd want to put all my eggs in one basket like that.
Right. Yeah, and that's kind of what stopped me because I was going, well, it's I'm a huge proponent of not paying down your house. I mean, if you can carry a loan on it, it's better for, I believe, wealth building, despite what some people may think around this area. It's just, and we looked at it and we were like, well, let's just do a regular HELOC, because I think they'll go above a certain amount up to, I want to say 80% of the value of the home, depending on what you owe on it and stuff. Right. But looking for kinds of people, what kind of people are you looking for? So
I'm looking for anyone over 62 that either owns their home, not owns it outright, but is entitled on their home. They might have a mortgage they need to, I can pay that off, or wants to purchase a home.
Right.
So, Jim, if I said, I really like you.
I hope you do.
I want to partner with you.
Why wouldn't you like me?
You go out and find a house that'll pass FHA that you want to purchase. And I'll wire half the money to the title company, and you just bring half of the money.
So I'm all about that.
And you don't have a monthly payment. And you won't have a monthly payment, and I won't be on the loan. I won't be on the deed. You'll be the only one on the deed. You can sell it anytime you want to. All I want you to do is live in it your lifetime, pay your taxes and insurance, and maintain the house. Would you do it? It's a partnership, basically.
So they can't really sell the house, or
they can sell the house anytime they want to. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, that's so if you're in that kind of a position, you make sure you reach out to Kathey Grodi. But this is a podcast where we talk about
what's your problem?
Problems. So, you build a business, you get into this kind of thing. What kind of what's the one thing keeping you up at night doing what you do? What's the that people don't know about it, and they're suffering,
right? And they wait too long. They get late on their payments, late on their mortgage, or late on their credit cards, and they wait too long.
So tell me, what kind of things are you doing to spread the positive? You got Tom Selleck that's in your corner. That's not a bad thing,
right?
Magnum PI, you can't go wrong,
right?
He's actually, or Blue Bloods, I guess, is his latest thing. My wife believes that she and he are pals because she's like, every time I see him, I feel like I know him for some reason.
Yes, he's very genuine.
Yes.
Yeah. And you couldn't pay him enough to lie. So why he'd be a spokesman, this just kind of validates the loan to me, that he'd be a spokesman for it.
So as somebody that's in your position to get the word out and brand yourself as the expert, what kind of things are you doing to do that?
Pretty much Facebook and websites and just word of mouth, referrals. I've been doing it 21 years. So.
Is it working?
So, yes, but there's always people I can help.
Right.
Always more people I can help.
You kind of, it's a one and done kind of transactional thing, how you get paid. I would imagine there's no residual to it.
No residual.
So you got to hit a certain amount of number. What's your number a month you like to hit?
I talk to about between 20 and 30 people a month, and about 2 of them will be doing a loan because there's probably some reasons why it's not the best product for them.
But that pipeline will increase over time because, you know, you got 60, 90 people in a quarter that you're talking to. Out of that 60 or 90, only 6 to 10 will close?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty restricted loan. You can't have been late on your payments in the last 24 months without a really, really good reason, you know.
Right.
And you have to be able, you know, one of the things is they're kind of checking for your competence. They're looking for Alzheimer's so that seniors aren't taken advantage of.
Right. So we talked earlier, not a few weeks ago, about you possibly doing your own podcast. Any news on that front?
Well, it's in the works. I'll put it that way. Yeah.
Okay.
It's in the works.
That's not a bad way to get the message out.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a great way.
Especially on an ongoing basis.
Right.
But I mean, again, a lot of people, it doesn't always have to be about what you do on a podcast. You know, you see how this podcast kind of operates, very loosey-goosey. We have a conversation and kind of go from there. So any other issues you're having? I mean, that I can help you out with? Or?
Well, I'm running for Murray County Commissioner.
Are you?
Yeah.
Really?
So I'm trying to put my money where my mouth is, or my time, basically. And it's time for me to give back to my community. So.
Murray County
Commissioner. There's 22 of them. There's 11 districts, and I live in one district, so I'll be one of the 22, hopefully.
You're a very ambitious person. Have you always been like that?
I always see a need. It is real hard for me to say no because I see a need, and you know, if not now, when? If not me, who?
Have you always been that way?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even from early on when you were a little girl and all that stuff?
Yeah. I mean, I went. My whole undergraduate degree was at night, so you know, I was working at a defense contractor during the day.
Here in the state?
No, in Oklahoma,
Oklahoma,
Tulsa.
When did you move here?
So, I moved here 6 years ago to Tennessee.
From Oklahoma?
Well, around about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mostly in the Midwest, Southwest area, or Southeast area.
Yeah.
So you came here from Oklahoma, family, kids, husband?
Daughter went to MTSU, so I knew if she got married and had kids, I needed to be in Tennessee, so I moved early.
So she is here?
She is here. She lives 1,000 steps away from my door in the same subdivision.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So is that
wonderful.
out Franklin, Murphy?
Spring Hill.
Oh, you're in Spring Hill. Okay. Yeah. Right on.
So,
well, I mean, how can people get a hold of you and everything?
615-970-2216.
Any social media, anything like that?
Kathey Grodi is on Facebook.
Do you own KatheyGrodi.com?
Do I own it? No, I don't own it.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Right? You have a website?
Yeah. I do have a website.
Yeah, you got to figure out what it is. Is it KatheyGrodi.com?
No.
Brand you.
Yeah, really.
You're ripe. My point I'm driving across is that you're ripe for a good personal brand, being the expert in the reverse mortgage space. I'm not sure how many people are actually...
I'll come up on page 1 if you Google
reverse mortgage,
Tennessee, or if you just Google my name, I'll come up.
That's great, but do more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
So one of my websites is katheygrodi.iservelending.com.
So that's the corporate website.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I would actually, if I were you, if that's a landing page, right, where you can get all the contact information.
Right.
Maybe they'll put your.
It's got reverse on it. So,
yeah. Your social media links, things of that nature, where people can just get in touch with you, right?
Yeah, it does.
Get a link tree together. It's called Linktree, right?
Okay.
And it has all your links. You can put your website on there. You can put your LinkedIn. You can put your Instagram, Facebook, all the different things. And just, maybe for the time being, even though you have a corporate landing website, right, through the iServe platform, get KatheyGrodi.com.
Okay.
Go to GoDaddy when we're done here and immediately do that before somebody hears this and does it before you. And they got to, hijack it.
Right.
Or, Kathey Grodi does reverse mortgages, Reverse mortgage Kathey. I need to try playing around, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, it's the easier people can find you, that's the better it serves you.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Agree. That makes sense.
Is it helpful?
If you're, you just get in your lane and think about reverse and not think about social media or, marketing that well.
I mean, you can still promote the Lions Club and everything you do there as well too.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And you're running for political office. So,
I am. Yeah. I am for the very first time.
Are you scared about that?
Well, there's
Nervous?
starting to be some mudslinging going on, so I'm trying to keep the mud off of me. I don't really know his name, but there's 3 people that are going to be on the ballot.
And they're slinging mud at you?
Well, not at me, but other people in the campaign. So I just see what goes on,
I think anybody that's running for office is like got to be a glutton for punishment.
You definitely are under a microscope. And one of the things that's good for me is I'm not from here.
Right.
So I didn't go to high school here, So there's a lot.
Everyone's got skeletons, but yours are in Oklahoma.
Yeah, mine are in Oklahoma. Yeah, that's right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
So
you got to dig farther.
Kathey Grodi .iserve.
Mm-hmm. I serve lending.
iservelending.com
is my website. Mm-hmm.
Go check her out. And if you're in the mood, in the mode to get a reverse mortgage, and you're in that kind of realm where you've got a fixed income and things like that, and you need just want to relieve the pressure of the monthly budget and let somebody else just kind of take care of it for you for a little bit of a spell, call Kathey Grodi. I'm going to put all the contact information in the body and the description of the podcast. Of course, Kathey, thanks for coming by. I really do appreciate it.
I appreciate you.
And of course, check us out, what'syourproblempodcast.com, where you can find all the links, pick your poison if you want to watch us, if you want to listen. I don't blame you if you just want to listen. You don't want to stare at my ugly mug. I get it. Go to what'syourproblempodcast.com and let us know how we're doing, if we can help anybody else out as well. So, Kathey, once again, thanks for coming out here. Appreciate it.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate the opportunity.